Hi, everybody. If everyone could take their seat, we'll get started with this program tonight. Good evening and welcome to Strongsville PTA's annual celebration of Founders Day and the Ohio PTA Achievement Award presentations. My name is Kelly Jungeberg, and it is my honor to serve my second year as council president. We are so excited to be back at Strongsville Middle School to honor this year's award winners from our PTA chapters. Thank you all for attending, and a special welcome to all of our recipients and their families and friends. On behalf of Council PTA, it is our pleasure to have so many people from our school community here with us tonight. I would like to offer a warm welcome to our district administrators, staff, and school board members who are joining us this evening. Also welcome to all of you who are members of PTA and our past and present unit and council presidents. We want to make sure we thank many individuals who are responsible for this evening's event. Thank you to Strongsville Middle School Principal Jessica Boyton and staff for accommodating us in the building tonight. Thank you to Scott Benson and SCS TV for recording tonight's program. Thank you to Dr. Ryba, Jenny Pelko, and administration and SCS school board members for all of your support. And a huge thank you to Hillary Ankello, our Founders Day coordinator, and all the volunteers for their hard work in planning this event. We truly appreciate everything you've done to make this evening special. First up, if we can please welcome our City of Strongsville Council President, Jim Carbone, who would like to say a few words.
I promised Kelly I would keep it to 20 minutes. She knows me oh so well. Good evening. My name is Jim Carbone, and I am your Strongsville City Councilman at Large and your council president, and a father in this district. On behalf of Mayor Persiak and the rest of City Council, which I do believe a bunch of my colleagues are here, Mr. Kaminsky, Ann Roth, and Tom Clark, and Joe DeMio. I'm honored to be here this evening as I love being part of Founders Day Awards. Tonight isn't about an elected official or being on a board. This is about parents and educators going above and beyond for our children in this district. I applaud all of the hard work and countless hours you had given to serve as an advocate for our children in health, education, and safety in order to enhance the lives of our children. Congratulations to all the recipients. God bless, and have a wonderful evening.
Thank you, Mr. Carbone. Okay, to get our evening started, I'd like to welcome to the stage the Strongsville High School dance team under the direction of Mackenzie Grimm. We are very lucky and honored to have them perform for us again this year. Welcome, the dance team.
I feel nervous in a way that can't be named. I dreamt last night of a sign that read the end of love. And I remember thinking, even in my dreaming, it was a good line for a song. We were a family pulled from the flood. You tore the floorboards up. Let the river rush in, not wash away, wash away. We were reaching in the dark, wash away. That summer in New York, wash away. Was it so far to fall? Wash away. Said it didn't hurt at all. Wash away, wash away.
Hello, I'm Mackenzie Grimm. I'm a speech-language pathologist for the district, and I'm also the coach of the Strongsville High School dance team. So each dance you will see tonight has a different costume, so I will be coming up and speaking about our team twice in order to give them some time to change. Dance team is a competitive team. It's made up of 20 highly skilled and trained dancers. It's been in existence for over 20 years, and I've been the coach of it for the past 6 years. In these last 6 years, the team has developed from performing solely at home basketball games to now also competing in regional competitions and state championships. The team has grown significantly in number of participants, variety of dance genres, community involvement, and achievements. This year, the team qualified for states in all 4 categories that they entered, and at the state championship, they were named state first runner-up in lyrical, which is the dance that you just watched. And then the next dance you will see is Palm, and that's what they got state second runner-up in. And then they got 6th in the state for hip hop. That will be the 3rd dance you see tonight. And 6th in the state for jazz. And they also received a nomination for best choreography for hip hop, which the really, really cool thing about this is it was choreographed by 2 of our students that are in our dance team. So senior Kelly Cunningham and junior Katie Sanick. This team also earned the title of Grand Champion for the 2nd year in a row at the Ashland University Cheer and Dance Competition, where they also took 1st place in all 4 of their entered categories. They also received the award for Best Choreography there for hip hop as well. So some huge achievements this year. I'm really proud of them. And I think I start to hear them coming back out. I think they're done changing. So I will turn it over to them. Okay, so I'm going to talk a little bit more about them. So Dance Team provides students with leadership opportunities. Our captain this year is Kelly Cunningham, and our student choreographers are Katie Sanick, Kira Calloway, and Kelly Cunningham. This team provides a learning experience that is unique and rare for dancers this age to have, which is choreographing their own dance. Through this experience, they increase their leadership, their creativity, critical thinking, and problem-solving skills. And they learn how to teach a group of people. They spend countless hours planning, creating art, carefully crafting formations, designing visual effects, and ultimately setting their work on a group of their peers. They then learn and develop teaching skills as they have to teach their dance to the team, answer questions and solve problems along the way, and clean and get their dance ready to perform. The dance you are about to see next was actually choreographed by senior Kelly Cunningham and junior Katie Sanick, and it won the award this year for Best Choreography at Competition, and it also got a nomination for Best Choreography at the state championship. These dancers devote between 2 and 6 hours per week to dance team during winter season, but they also devote time year-round, so summer, fall, and spring. It's a year-round athletic activity. This team is an enriching opportunity for SHS students as it fosters and enhances work ethic, lasting friendships, teamwork skills, physical strength and endurance, memory, flexible thinking, creativity, artistry, and leadership. It also has a strong focus of preparing these dancers for collegiate dance teams, which are extremely difficult to be selected for, especially in Ohio, which is home of the 9-time national dance champions, The Ohio State University. This group of young women also excels in the areas of academics and extracurriculars. The collective weighted GPA of this team is 4.29, with most of the dancers achieving over a 4.0. This academic excellence is especially outstanding, considering that the majority of the dancers on this team train in dance at their dance studios over 20 hours per week. They're also actively involved in things like National Honor Society, Mu Alpha Theta, Key Club, Dare Role Models, honors choirs, part-time jobs, cheerleading, track, and so much more. So this team is just such an impressive group of young ladies. It's my pleasure to work with them. I'm so happy that we get to share this talent with you tonight. I want to thank PTA so much for having us back again this year. We just love this experience. It's such a nice opportunity for us to perform. We're honored to be here, and we're so excited to share our hard work with the community. So thank you so much.
Bring 'em out, bring 'em out, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. It's hard to yell when the barrel's in your mouth. Come on. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Hey. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Yeah. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Hey. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
VIP coming live from the VIP. Heard the nightlife, lost life without me. Most feds in the state wanna see about me. The whole city got pissed, heard he got 3. That other rapper got a hit, but shouted he not out. Who set the city on fire soon as he got free? The king back now. Raws don't even know how to act now. Hit the club, strippers getting naked before I sat down. Still ballin', money stacked tall and shack now. Still push a button to let the roof on the lack down. I'm on the road doing shows, put my Mac down. Mississippi to Philly, Albuquerque to Chat Town. I got the crowd yelling.
Bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
Hey, all my hot girls yelling.
Bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
All the dope boys yelling.
Bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
Front the back, they yelling.
Bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
Get it with other southern rapper hooded than this. I got rich and I'm still in a hooligan clique. You be rapping by blow, I don't move in the bricks. Talk about shooting out, now we're doing it quick. If I hit you in the face, you gon' be suing me quick. If I catch another case, I know it truly be missed. So I'ma keep a cool head, stay out of the news headlines, and show these other rappers it's bedtime. They're quick to check a lane like a game of chess. You wanna be better, bring your best, cause we be standing in your front yard yelling.
Bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
All my hot girls yelling.
Bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
All the dope boys yelling.
Bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
Front the back, they yelling.
Bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
Front yard yelling.
Bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
All my hot girls yelling.
Bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
All the dope boys yelling.
Bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
Front the back, they yelling.
Bring 'em out, bring 'em out. 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 Bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
Thank you so much for that performance. It was awesome. We're going to reset the stage real quick. We're going to move the podium, so just give us a second and we'll restart. Does it work? Today is a day to take time to reflect and take pride in our many accomplishments, and to renew our commitment to be a powerful champion for all of our children and a strong advocate for education. This evening we celebrate our mission, every child, one voice. It's an honor to have with us today the many people who have received the Ohio PTA Achievement Award in past years. We thank you for your many years of devoted service to the children of Strongsville and to Strongsville City Schools. You have developed and managed so many programs that are still benefiting the children in our schools to this day. We appreciate your many accomplishments and your continued support of all the work we do. Would all the previous Ohio PTA Achievement Award honorees please stand and be recognized? Tonight, we celebrate the best of the best in our PTA community. We will be recognizing 10 amazing individuals who go above and beyond for our students and our school district. They give their time, talent, and resources to their schools, organizations, and our community. They commit countless hours to make our schools and city a better place. Helping me on stage tonight is Council Vice President and past award recipient Misty Schultz and Nicole Tresnick. Thank you, ladies. And now we will get started. Our first award is for Chapman Elementary and will be presented by Ann Colagiovanni.
Chapman Elementary School's 2022-2023 recipient of the PTA Appreciation Award is Allison Lake. Allison is unable to be here this evening because she is sick, but we would like to recognize her regardless. Allison began her PTA career volunteering at class parties, but soon moved into board positions, including serving terms as our treasurer and vice president. Both of these positions were handled with great attention to the responsibilities of the jobs. She handled budget items and financial matters and took care to handle monthly audits and assist in running our monthly PTA meetings. Allison goes above and beyond the general responsibilities of a board member, however. She is the volunteer who doesn't wait for an invitation to step in and help. She organizes, she represents a calm head, she jumps in and does what needs to be done, and she makes things better. Chapman took on a brand new fundraiser this fall, and it was a success largely because she was involved in it. She organized and stepped in and planned all areas of the day with the company that we worked with. A regular attendee at our monthly meetings for several years, Allison found a way to streamline the meetings, and now less time is spent off on tangents, with more event details being discussed at smaller committee sessions rather than covering them during the General Assembly time. She brought a business mind to our gathering of parents, creating an easy-to-follow slideshow presentation to organize our Get to Know You meeting in August, where we usually have the highest attendance, and therefore she easily showed new members or our younger families where they could get involved. No one asked her to do this. She just saw a place to make things better, and she did. Allison is an easy person to work with. She is easy to get along with. She is full of ideas and is a strong communicator, both with other parents and with our staff. I believe most committees we have at Chapman want her to be involved, want to hear her input, want her to help plan and execute all things we have ongoing at the school. She is the mother of 4 daughters, 2 who currently attend Chapman, 1 who has graduated into the middle school, and 1 who is a future student. She works full-time as an engineer. She gets her girls to 1,000,001 activities, sports and dance and scouts, and she volunteers her time at everything they are involved in. I wonder when she sleeps, when she works, how she always looks nice. We are very lucky to have a person like Allison Lake at Chapman, and I congratulate her and appreciate her.
Our next award from Council PTA will be be presented by Derek Koza.
Hello. Tonight it is my honor to present the Ohio PTA Achievement Award to my wife, Maggie Koza. She is part of the Early Childhood and Soror PTAs and previously with SELP. That's moving. She is a fantastic mother to our 3 children, Jack, Ruby, and Toby. I've said many times that I would stop working and stay home and she could go to work full time, but she said I would have to do all the PTA stuff, so that was a hard no. We have lived in Strongsville for about 11 years and she has held many roles such as activity director, council delegate, and president. For council, she serves on the board and is coordinating secretary and hospitality and membership chair. She is currently our treasurer and runs the book fair every year. She is quite proud of the work she does at the book fair, even when her husband is in the hospital, possibly dying. She is sure to make sure all the kids get a book. She started with the Early Childhood PTA when Jack was born and has put her heart and soul into everything she does for the kids. She has spent countless hours on many different projects and events. She is very passionate about inclusion and diversity, except if I want to wear the stuff I want to wear. She makes sure there's quiet spaces for Century kids and making sure every kid is treated fairly. She's an advocate for kids with different learning abilities and is always willing to help other families in need of help with stuff. I am very proud to call her my wife and the mother of my children. No one is more deserving of this award. That is all.
Yes, that's my face. Hold on. Sorry. Okay, well, I'm so glad that's over with because that is like the biggest accomplishment, I think, of what, me? Oh, sorry. Okay. Oh, well. We're doing well tonight. Sorry. That was amazing because my husband would never do that in a million years. He wouldn't even do it for his best man speech for his brother, so I'm kind of proud of that. First of all, I would like to congratulate the other recipients tonight, and a big thank you to council for this amazing nomination. When I look back how things have evolved in a little over a decade, it is incredible how much has happened. I remember my first library story time with Jack, and the very first person I remember meeting was Diana Martins, who had announced that there was an ice cream social for the Early Childhood PTA. My first meeting ever I attended was on a snowy night in February at a TGI Fridays, and that is when I finally met Sarah Polo. And little did I know, she would be someone that I'd be following through every unit. I said I was gonna roast you, but I'm good. I met many different people through PTA. I've learned things like how much parent involvement plays an important role in a child's educational journey. I get to see more of the day-to-day operations of the classroom, and I'm always in awe of how everyone holds it together. I've made some of the best friends I could have had during my work with PTA, friends that have become the family I have always needed. My husband and I came here with the intentions of raising a family, and I'd say we're doing pretty good at achieving that goal. Although deep down we miss good pizza and live hockey games, we wouldn't trade our lives for anything. We always believe that children thrive when we are the best version of ourselves. I would like to thank everyone here celebrating with all of us tonight, as we would not be here without the opportunities provided for us to work with the district. I would like to thank my children, Jack, Ruby, and Toby, for without them, who else would I be doing all of this for? Also to my mother-in-law and my sister-in-law, who have helped take the kids to various activities and also help with projects. I would like to thank my friends from SEPTA and SELP for fostering me into the roles I do, and of course to my home school, Sarar, and to Dr. Razzo for being one of probably the best principals that I wish I had growing up, because she is totally awesome. My biggest thank you goes to my husband, who has always been a great partner in every true sense of the word. Without him, it would be impossible for me to fulfill a lot of my duties. And just to be clear, he got snacks at the hospital. He was fine. And I had a great co-chair in Michelle giving me a good hand, but we got it done and everybody got their books. But yes, that's definitely true. Thank you so much.
See if that stays. Okay. Next up, high school award presented by Kelly Presterin.
Good evening. I'm here tonight on behalf of the Strongsville High School PTA. I have the honor of presenting Mrs. Christina Potter as this year's Founders Day recipient. Mrs. Potter is the high school PTA's teacher liaison. She has been in this role since 2014. She has been teaching German and also English as a second language for 21 years. 18 of those years we have been lucky enough to have her here in Strongsville with us. I also learned Mrs. Potter grew up in a bilingual home. She spoke both German and English and has a dual citizenship to both Germany and the United States, which is amazing and I'm sure a huge asset to her teaching. I have personally been involved in the PTA for a long time. I have come across some wonderful teachers, but have never met one more dedicated to the mission of the PTA than Mrs. Potter. We can't do what we do without the support of our teachers. And Mrs. Potter works hard to keep the communication going between the PTA and our teachers. We love having Mrs. Potter as a part of our PTA. She's always at the meetings, communicating with us through email about teachers' needs, offering great teacher perspective to us, and she is a great advocate for the teachers she works with and the students she teaches. She's also very kind and always greets us with a warm smile. We can't thank her enough for her willingness to go above and beyond for the high school PTA. Thank you, Mrs. Potter, and congratulations again. She didn't really have a speech prepared because I screwed up and didn't really tell her she needed one, so.
So I quickly, and now my phone won't let me into it, wrote something. It's very short, so I apologize. But first of all, congratulations to all the recipients this evening, and thank you for everyone coming out and supporting each of the recipients. Thank you goes out to my husband and my son for coming out this evening. And I promised my son, Evan, that he'd get to meet Mr. Griffin later on. He's ready. There he is. First of all, thank you. Thank you for those kind words. And I didn't know that somebody could say so many wonderful things about me. That truly is heartwarming. Thank you. It is not only an honor to receive the award, but to be a member of such a wonderful organization and to represent the staff at the high school. I look forward to the many more years of working with the staff and the parents to help the students make the most of their education and time here at Strongsville City Schools. Thank you.
Kinsner Elementary Award will be presented by Krista Heckman.
Good evening. Please forgive me, I'm losing my voice a bit, so I hope I'm understandable. Kinsner Elementary is absolutely honored to introduce Mrs. Leanna Hagerich as our PTA Achievement Award winner tonight. Mrs. Hagerich is one of the physical education teachers at Kinsner, and she is in her 37th, did I get that right, year of teaching in Strongsville schools. She graduated with her undergraduate degree from Slippery Rock University in Pennsylvania, and she obtained her graduate degree from Marygrove College in Michigan. She's taught at Strongsville High School, where she also coached cheerleading and track, Maraski, and Drake Elementaries, and she's been at Kinsner since the very beginning when we opened in 1998. I want to pull out a quote that she offered several years ago when she was honored in a Strongsville City Schools Mustang Spotlight, because I think it really exemplifies her as the Kinsner parents and students know her. When asked about her favorite part of teaching, Mrs. Hagerich said, "The best part of teaching elementary physical education is that I have the opportunity to work with all of the students, not just for 1 year, but for all 6 years. I have the opportunity to teach, mold, and shape their lives through physical fitness games and activities. I am able to provide them with ways to make healthful choices and to develop and refine the life skills needed throughout all their educational experiences. Each year I watch as they develop and grow into individual superstars, each having their moment in the spotlight to shine. I have the chance to observe their trials and errors, their emotional roller coaster of highs and lows, and their passion for specific sports or activities. I have even had the privilege to guide some students down the paths of success when they were most uncertain of their own abilities. But the best part of my job is that I get to play all day with my students. They keep me young at heart. Laughter and an abundance of energy fills my gymnasium daily." Now, my second grader lists physical education as her very favorite of the specials, and it's not hard to see why. Even during the pandemic, when the children were attending school remotely, it was amazing to watch Mrs. Hagerich come up with engaging and creative lessons for the children to do from home. She advocated tirelessly for new gymnastics mats for the students to ensure the kids' safety, as the old ones that came with the school were finally just plain worn out, and Kinsner PTA was finally able to make that a reality last year. She's even added a roller skating unit to the physical education curriculum this year for grades 4 and 5, and it's hopefully going to be expanded into the other grades in coming years. Children that otherwise haven't had the opportunity to try out roller skating have been able to learn in a friendlier forum in physical education that they might not otherwise have been able to. After all, we've all been to 1 or 10 different skating parties where people of all different abilities are trying it out and falling and what have you. So how great is it that they can learn at school among their friends in a friendlier environment? It's not hard to see why this initiative is a resounding success. Each year, Mrs. Hagerich brings together staff, parents, and students of all grades for some friendly competition via the Kinsner Field Day. Year after year, this has been a favorite of all of the kids and their families as well. And these competitions favor movement over skill, providing fun and rewards for all students, not just those most athletically inclined. Throughout all of this, Mrs. Hagerich has been a tremendous supporter of the PTA as well. She signs up without fail each year as a faculty member, and she even donates to PTA causes. She's been threatening us with her retirement, and without a doubt, she will be sorely missed when she goes. Kinsner PTA can think of no better recipient who advocates for children in health and education and safe physical activity than Leanna Hagerich. And we are absolutely delighted to honor her tonight as Kinsner PTA's with the Ohio PTA Achievement Award on behalf of Kinsner PTA.
Oh, boy. Now with all that said, wow. My goodness, first I must say thank you. I am so honored to receive this award. I've been blessed for so many years, 35. It will be 36 when I walk out the doors, May 27th or 26th. I've worked with so many wonderful, wonderful administrators, teachers, staff members, parents, and students. It's been a fun experience because obviously so many of the individuals that walked into my classroom years ago are now teachers I work alongside. There are parents in our district and in the building today who I taught many years ago and now I have their children. So it's exciting to see the process in action. I love seeing the girls dance up here. Mackenzie Cunningham was one of my students. Katie was one of my students. Kelly, and I'm sure there's many more back there that were dancing tonight. And I love to see those accomplishments because I saw them blooming way back in elementary school. But this is a collaborative effort across the board. This isn't me, this is a team. And our team, I couldn't do it without them. It's emotional. Emily, I can't leave her out. She's been my right-hand person. I have Eric, Dave, Terry, and now Nick. They've been a great team, and the things we do together. We plan together. And they're my technology. I am so technologically inadequate. I can't figure out how to videotape people in the classroom. So it was great during COVID. They were my right-hand people. So without my team, it was not possible for me to put it all together. And obviously, I'll mention my husband. He's not here this evening. He's an umpire, has other requirements. But my husband was a phys ed teacher for 35 years as well. And without him, we couldn't have possibly taught at the levels we did. We shared ideas, we created ideas. My students were my guinea pigs, and they know it. Colin's in here, Whitney's in here today. When I created a new game, I would say to them, "You're a guinea pig today. You're going to try this out. This is really neat." And I would share it with them. If they liked it, we did it again. If they didn't like it, we tried to improvise and move on. Prior to Kinsner, as they said, I taught at the high school, Muraski and Drake. But once I got to Kinsner, I really found out what PTA was all about. Our PTA core at Kinsner is amazing. The support that they have given us, the things that they do for us and for the children, for your children, it's amazing. I can't thank them enough for the endless efforts, their time, everything that they do to help us get through our days. They say that it takes a village. No, it takes a community of cooperative people, hardworking people, loving and caring people to make the lives of our children even better every day in the classroom. Lastly, if I have left even the slightest imprint on a child's life, had any kind of positive impact on the lives of the people I've worked with or the parents that have assisted me, then I've been successful, and my success comes from you. From the bottom of my heart, I thank you for this, and I feel honored to be your representative as Kinsner's PTA Achievement Award recipient tonight. Thank you.
Okay. Up next, a middle school award will be presented by Misty Schultz and Nicole Chesnick. And this may stay.
Leslie Placeway has a heart of gold. She is one of the most genuine and thoughtful people that you will ever meet. She is the person in the room that makes sure everyone knows each other and everyone feels comfortable and welcomed. Aside from her beautiful heart, she is also the first person to step in and take action when it comes to any task. If someone or something needs attention or help, she is always the first person to help to make everything better and come together. She's this type of person in every part of her life: home, church, family, friends, school, and the PTA.
Leslie has been involved with Kinsner PTA for 9 years, helping run school parties and parent volunteers, co-chair for daddy-daughter dances, and volunteering with numerous events throughout the years. She is also an active member for middle school PTA, our council delegate, co-chair for staff appreciation, and always helping out wherever needed. All activities are better when Leslie has a hand in them. She is super creative, so much fun, and puts 1,000% into everything she is a part of. We are so lucky to have Leslie in our community and helping with our kids in schools. Leslie, thank you so very much for all that you do for all of us. Congratulations.
I hate public speaking, so this is going to be very brief. Thank you so much for the award. I feel honored to be a part of the community and the school system. Our family had a very unique and challenging fall when our 10-year-old was diagnosed with lymphoma. He's a 4th grade student at Kinsner, and the staff, student, and families were so incredibly thoughtful, supportive, and kind during his treatment. We also have 2 girls at the middle school, and we were blessed by the loving support they felt every day at school by teachers, administration, and students. Through this experience, we were blown away by how supported we feel through the school system in every way. Strongsville is such an incredible community, and we feel blessed to be a part of the PTA and to serve in the schools. Thanks.
Next up, Muraski Elementary Award will be presented by Rachel Schleisler. Did I say that right? Sorry.
Should have worn heels. Starting anything new is hard, but watching your kids start kindergarten, that's a whole different level of hard, right? It can be overwhelming, confusing, and downright intimidating. Luckily for me, when my daughter started kindergarten at Muraski, I met Tracy Baker, and it made my experience such a positive one. Tracy isn't able to join us tonight to accept her award, but I know that if she were here, she would say she's surrounded by the best PTA board, members, parents, and volunteers. However, what she wouldn't tell you is that it's her positivity, her dedication, and her ability to bring people together that those are some of the reasons that our Muraski PTA is so strong. Tracy is the first to encourage many of our parents to join PTA, myself included. Whether your involvement is large or small, she constantly reminds you of how appreciated you are and what a valuable impact you are making for our students. Now it's my turn to remind Tracy of her impact. Tracy, your selflessness is admirable. You are constantly putting others before yourself. You go above and beyond in every single thing you do, as recently made apparent by the 700+ paper snowflakes hanging in our media library for the holiday shop this year. You are thoughtful, you are kind, you are a fabulous mother to your 2 kids, Jake and Reese, and a great second mother to many of our kids as well. You are always willing to lend a hand, be a listening ear, or give a piece of advice. And most importantly, you genuinely care about giving each Muraski student the magical and fun experiences they deserve. Thank you for all you do and will continue to do for our school. I'm so lucky to call you one of my best friends. You could not be a better fit for this award, and we are so proud of you. Congratulations.
Next up, we have Strongsville Early Childhood PTA Award presented by Becky Jones.
All right. Good evening, everyone. I want to start off by addressing all the parents in the room. Have you ever had that moment where somebody asks you for a picture of you and your child, and you're doing this scroll? I did this the other day. I scrolled and I scrolled and I scrolled, and it's all my children, not me. And then I got to some pictures of me and my kids, and every single one of them was taken by Katie Lewis. This is the perfect example of who Katie Lewis is, always thinking of everyone else. Not only is she the member planning the most amazing and organized events for our organization, she always takes it up a notch with little extra surprises for the kids and is always ready with camera in hand to make sure families are making memories. For many of the people in this room, SEPTA was the beginning of their PTA journey. As new moms and moms of toddlers, it's where relationships are made, bonds are formed, and friends become family. Katie began her SEPTA journey with a little nudge from her amazing mom, Joanne, during the 2019-2020 school year. Katie and her family are Strongsville through and through. She is a Strongsville High School graduate and has an unmatched love for this community. I like to think she gets this from her mom, who was a SEPTA member from 1991 to 1995 and even held the VP position for 2 of those years. Talk about a role model. If it's any indication how much love and dedication Katie and her family have for the Strongsville community and the PTA, her mom flew in from California to be here with us tonight. Katie got more heavily involved in SEPTA in 2020, right during the height of COVID, and instead of taking a back seat, she took the wheel and she ran. She began to plan virtual events for our kids, like virtual bingo and virtual Santa visits. She also started an array of at-home activities, such as pizza-making kits, craft kits, and sensory bins. These activities gave our members and families ways to keep their kids engaged and active at home during a time where we could not plan our typical in-person events. Now that we're back to in-person events and play dates, Katie has not backed down. She plans multiple events each month and has gained the nickname Camp Counselor Katie because when Katie plans an event, she always takes it a step further to make it special for every single person attending. Katie has held multiple positions within SEPTA and has left an impact on each one of these positions. This year, Katie, along with her co-chair Beth, is planning our largest fundraiser of the year, Preschool Prom. She's also our treasurer for the 2nd year. I'm a little jealous, okay, very jealous of everybody at Sarar because Katie's headed your way. Her oldest son is in kindergarten this year, and she's wasted no time getting involved. She's taken on the role of birthday book club this year and has exceeded all expectations, I'm sure. I reached out to our membership and asked for one word they thought of when they thought of Katie. Some of these words were selfless, dedicated, irreplaceable, generous, helpful, passionate, genuine, creative, determined, and one of a kind, which was squished together into one word. I'm certain that these words describe all of our award winners tonight. That's why we're here, honoring all of them, but I'm honored to get to use those words to describe Katie. Katie always has a presence at our meetings and events and makes sure to welcome all members with open arms. She's an advocate for all of our kids and treats them as her own. She is an incredible hands-on mom of 2, a loving wife, a dedicated leader, and I'm lucky I get to call her my best friend. Congratulations, Katie. There's no one more deserving.
I didn't think I was going to cry yet, but I did. Thank you, Becky, for the wonderful introduction. I am so honored to have received this award. I want to thank my SEPTA friends, who are now family. I want to thank my mom, a Strongsville PTA alumni who flew in from California to be here tonight, and most importantly, my wonderful husband, James, for everything. He has always supported me with all my event planning and countless PTA hours and attending all the family events with me or by helping me stay home with my 2 kids so I can attend all the PTA meetings or the mom get-togethers. The list goes on. You are my rock. I love you. I grew up in Strongsville, and my mom, who was also the PTA, kept telling me to join once I had my son. She said, "You will make the best of friends." I was hesitant about joining and just trying to adjust to working full-time and having a newborn that I decided it wasn't the right time. But then I had my daughter a year and a half later and realized I didn't have any mom friends. I thought I would give it a try and attend my first membership drive at Mitchell's. I then put myself out there and volunteered with Maggie Koza at the middle school trick-or-treat event, and the rest is history. I have a passion for making everyone feel included, which is why I love planning the yearly membership drive to welcome and explain to potential new members what a wonderful group SEPTA is and all it has to offer. As a full-time working mom, it's hard to find events that take place on the weekends, and that is something I love to do for SEPTA. I plan a lot of evening and weekend events so that working families have activities they can participate in. During COVID, Becky and I planned all take-home activities from crafts to virtual bingo and private events so that our members had something to do during those crazy few years. Now, these last 2 years, I have served on the board as treasurer and am currently planning this year's 5th annual preschool prom along with Beth Zeleznikar. What started out as looking to meet a few mom friends has turned into some fun. Kids turned into meeting some of my lifelong best friends. Mom, you were right. Now I am starting my transition to sorority PTA as my oldest started kindergarten these past year. I can't wait to continue my PTA journey through the Strongsville City Schools, but I will always remember it started with SEPTA. Thank you.
Don't go far, Becky. Our next award will also be presented by Becky for the Strongsville Early Learning Preschool.
All right. I feel so lucky that I get to present 2 awards and be among like so many amazing people in my life. So, Jessica Platt. As I sat down to write this, I didn't even know where to begin. But for everybody who doesn't know Jessica, if there's any way to help you all understand how selfless she really is. Jessica's our current PTA president at SELP. However, her boys, Marcus and Dakota, are both at Chapman, and she has no children at SELP. So she stayed on as the second year's president without any kids in the school to ensure a smooth transition for our board members, lend her helping hands, and continue to support the amazing staff at SELP. If this doesn't describe her, I don't know what does. She is selfless, dedicated, and caring. Jessica is a very hands-on mom who has been incredibly involved in her 2 boys' education thus far, and I don't see that stopping anytime soon. She will always push for what's best for them, won't take no for an answer, and she's the kind of mom you want on your team. Despite her boys' crazy schedules of extracurriculars and family outings, she's always there to help, lend an ear, or just chat. And Jessica and I get together to work on PTA stuff a couple times a month, and we just end up sitting there kind of chatting about our kids, and she's just that kind of mom. One thing I admire about Jessica is her willingness to try new things and think outside the box. She isn't afraid to implement a new fundraiser, share ideas, and plan new things for our school, and she always does so with confidence and success. She isn't afraid to step up and get the ball rolling, but she also has a genuine way of making sure all members, new and old, are able to get involved and feel included. I spent a weekend in Columbus this past spring with Jessica for the annual Ohio PTA convention. During this time, it was very evident how much Jessica really cares about all of our kids. She was out there networking, gaining new ideas, figuring out how she could better support our teachers, how she could support our staff, how she could help our students, and she isn't afraid to ask questions, gaining as much knowledge as she possibly can. Jessica is an advocate for children of all abilities and has become a mentor and role model to not only myself, but everybody that gets to know her and meet her. When our board and members began talking about who would receive this year's Ohio PTA Achievement Award, there was no question asked that Jessica would be the one receiving it. Our members think so highly of Jessica, as do many other parents within our district. To know Jessica is truly to love her. Jessica is also involved in the Chapman PTA, SEPTA, and Council PTA, and is always willing to take on roles in those units as well. She has a heart of giving that knows no bounds. Unfortunately, this will be Jessica's last year both at SELP and SEPTA, unless we can convince her to do another bonus year. But I know she'll continue to make a difference in the lives of so many families, teachers, and staff as she continues her journey through Chapman and beyond. Jessica, we're honored to present this award to you tonight and appreciate who you are and everything you do for Strongsville Schools.
don't make this for short people. Good evening. Congratulations to all the other recipients. I'm truly humbled to be amongst all of you this evening. I knew when my kids became school age that I wanted to be involved in their schooling as much as possible, not only supporting them, but also their teachers. I didn't know what that would look like. I truly believe it takes a village or a community and supporting one another to make sure our kids thrive. I know growing up, my mom, we didn't really have PTAs, we were a small school, so I know there was one year that I convinced my mom to be the room mom. I think she hated me for it because she was never really the one that got involved. But that was something I truly remembered and honored, that she was in there. And that was in elementary school. So the fact that I remembered it was pretty, obviously meant a lot to me. My first experience with the PTA here was the early childhood PTA. We had just moved to Strongsville from South Carolina, and while my husband and I were both moving back to Ohio, and we were originally from here, we had 2 children at this time, one who had extra needs. Moving is hard enough, but we navigated a move from South Carolina to Ohio in a pandemic, new school system, transferring IEP, setting up services, and all the other things that are included with moving. I don't recommend that, just saying. I had seen on a Facebook post about a new member social at the library for SEPTA. I thought this would be a perfect way to get us to possibly meet some new people and maybe figure out how to navigate things. We were pretty overwhelmed with everything going on, and just because of the pandemic, not a lot was open, so we didn't know what to do. Praying someone was there would know exactly what I needed, we headed out. The first person I met was Maggie Koza. There couldn't have been a better person to meet and give me all the information I needed to help me navigate the school system, and I am forever grateful for this. I immediately joined and was excited to see where and how I could plug in. When we moved, I had actually resigned from a nonprofit volunteer board that supported foster children and foster families, so I felt my experience, especially in fundraising, might help our school district. Our oldest attended the preschool that year, and then I realized there was another PTA to join, so I said, why not? Little did I know that not even a year later, I'd be launched into a president's position for the next year for the preschool. I truly enjoy supporting our school staff, meeting new families, raising money to help support our staff in school, as well as helping others navigate things similar to how we needed to a few years prior. I want to thank all of my PTA, Becky and Katie and Maggie. Some of you guys were the first people I met within the school district. Katie Drake, who wasn't able to be here, and you really truly made things memorable for me, and I couldn't be more grateful from you guys. And then everyone else I have definitely met some lifelong friends. To my fellow board members at the preschool, I love you guys, as well as the SEPTA board. Thank you for all your hard work and dedication. While I'm grateful for this award, the work couldn't be done alone, and I'm honored to work alongside of you all. Of course, I can't leave without thanking my husband for supporting my crazy. We joke that if you look at our calendar board, it seems like it's either sports events or PTA events. I love you and love the life that we've created. Of course, my boys, Marcus and Dakota, I love you with my whole heart, and you truly are the greatest gifts and are my why. And then to my parents and grandparents, for living by example and what it means to have a giving heart. Even though I'm truly blessed to this, I wasn't doing this to receive an award. I was doing this because I love kids, I love seeing them thrive, and I know that we all need to have a community to work together. Thank you.
This back up here. Okay, our next award from Sarar Elementary will be presented by Diane Kuzmikis.
Good evening. First, I'd like to congratulate all the recipients of the awards tonight. It's always amazing to me to see the parents and the staff and the community come together to benefit Strongsville students. On behalf of Sarar Elementary, I am truly honored to present the Ohio PTA Achievement Award to my good friend, Sarah Polo. If you know Sarah, you know she is dedicated and thoughtful and a hard worker who has passion for fun and adventure. She demonstrates strong leadership skills in everything she does, and usually with an enormous smile on her face. Sarah made the commitment to the PTA in helping students as soon as her oldest daughter, Emily, was born. Emily is now an 8th grader at the middle school, and Natalie, her youngest daughter, is a 5th grader at Sarar. That is a total of 14 years and counting of service. She first joined SEPTA and became the activities chair, which meant she was planning fun, inclusive events for its members and kids. She then joined SJJ's PTA and took on the role of father-daughter dance chair. Once at Sarar, Sarah immediately jumped in and began volunteering for various committees, school events, and leadership roles, including Girl Scout troop leader, vice president, corresponding secretary, and fundraiser committee chair, where she brought forward the concept of the fun run as our main fundraising activity. And I have to tell you, that made my life a lot easier because I did not have to plan another wingdings. In the 3 years Sarah led the fun run, we raised approximately $70,000. Each year, this event was remarkably executed due to Sarah's efforts and the countless hours she put into planning and organizing. She led the collaboration between the school and the Fun Run Company, ordered t-shirts, led a committee to get sponsorships from our generous community, gathered volunteers for the event, delivered bags of prizes to students daily in the weeks leading up to the run, and somehow, I don't know how, but she negotiated with Mother Nature to always have perfect weather for this event. Because of this success, Sarah has now become the unofficial Fun Run consultant for other schools in our district. The middle school has also benefited from Sarah's service. This past fall, she co-planned and chaperoned the Washington, D.C. trip for our 8th graders, which was definitely not an easy task. She also plans on becoming a board member next year. In addition to all of this, Sarah has also been a substitute aide for Strongsville schools over the past few years. Her friendliness and positivity has made her beloved across the district. So much so that the one time she was a recess aide at Sarar, my daughter was asked by her friends if Miss Sarah was her mom, and my daughter did not deny it at all. I'm sure it doesn't surprise you to hear that Sarah also gives her time to activities outside of school. She's a softball coach, lacrosse scorekeeper, ski club coordinator, shuttle driver, kid activities planner, and the one I think she's probably the most proud of is the #1 employee at the Strongsville McDonald's in 1995. As you can see, Sarah is a professional fun coordinator, and the students, families, staff, and community of Strongsville are extremely lucky to have her, or else we might get bored. Please join me in congratulating Sarah on receiving this award that she absolutely deserves.
The McDonald's comment is not a joke. 1995, although my daughter works there now and she's going for my recognition, I can feel it. Thank you so much, Diane, for such an awesome introduction. I'm absolutely humbled by everything you said. Congratulations to all of the very deserving recipients tonight. I truly believe that with the caliber of volunteers that we have, we could successfully plan, fundraise, and execute an entire event tonight within 30 minutes. I believe it, and have t-shirts. I am overwhelmed with gratitude to have been selected to receive the Founders Day Award. I am certain that many others at Sarar are very deserving of this award. Growing up, we learn by example, and I grew up watching both my parents volunteer and give back to the school and community all throughout my life, and they both continue to do that today. I am so very grateful to have such incredible role models. Mom and Dad, thank you for inspiring me and showing me to get involved and to help. As my dad would always tell me, it's more fun to be involved. And he's right. Thank you to my husband, Mick, for always supporting my projects I'm involved in, even if I take over your half of the garage for sweatshirts, t-shirts, and prizes. I appreciate you always supporting me. Emily and Natalie, I love having the opportunity to be involved in your schools, and I appreciate how proud you are to have me there. Being involved, giving time to make an organization even stronger is very rewarding, but the volunteer always receives more than they give. Thank you again for honoring me with this award. Volunteers don't necessarily have the time, they just have the heart. Congratulations to all the recipients.
And lastly, the Whitney Elementary Award will be presented by Michelle Moles.
Hello, I am very excited to be here to celebrate all the award recipients, but even more so to present Whitney's 2023 Founders Day recipient, Amanda Donnellan. As an active PTA member and engaged parent since 2019, I have personally seen the commitment and dedication required from PTA leadership to ensure a successful year. Amanda's journey to becoming the PTA president for Whitney Elementary as of 2022 was a little unique. She essentially took a crumbling PTA and completely reformed it into what it is today. Thriving, fun, welcoming, committed, and student-teacher focused. Amanda embraced the chaos and stepped into a role that no one wanted. Amanda restored order both financially and administratively, built membership by creating positive rapport with the parents and teachers, and evaluated all PTA events to ensure that they were meaningful, current, and taking into considerations what the kids wanted, all while sparking energy amongst her peers every step of the way. Certainly no small feat. Amanda spent her entire summer organizing all of the PTA emails as everybody else was at the pool or toes in the sand. Words of gratitude will never fully articulate our thanks and appreciation. Without further ado, thank you, Amanda, 2023 Whitney Founders Day recipient.
Thank you. I am incredibly honored to receive the award this year. I have had a child in an elementary school for the last 18 years consecutively. And I will be spending another 3 years in elementary and then moving on to middle school and high school one more time. During that time, I spent a lot of years participating in PTA, but never really the meats and potatoes of it. I got to do the fun stuff, the room parents, the dropping off the fun snacks, but never was really, unfortunately, able to be part of a bigger side of the PTA due to work commitments. The one nice perk about COVID is when you go fully remote and you're only 5 minutes away from the school, you get to spend a lot more time there than you did before. As Michelle stated, the PTA last year was just in kind of a little bit of a craziness. We were trying to do a lot of things, COVID was preventing a lot of things, and we were trying to find a better way to do things. And Michelle tried talking me into becoming PTA president, and I tried talking her out of it. But she assured me that we would get a core group together for this coming year and for years to come, that we were going to make Whitney PTA bigger and better. And that is truly my achievement for this year, more than any award. We have so much positive influence coming into our school right now. The recognition we're getting from other parents, teachers, staff. We have such a great core of people volunteering now. We have so many kindergarten parents, moms and dads, participating in every function we do. And we are very lucky to see that new refreshed wave coming into the school. So I am very grateful for this award, but I am more grateful to be able to lead such a wonderful school. So thank you very much.
Congratulations to all of our honorees this evening. Before our final remarks, any of the recipients, if you could all meet on stage for a quick picture after we're done, we'd appreciate that. And you guys, there's some crumble cookies on your way out to grab. Before we conclude our program tonight, it is my privilege to introduce Dr. Cameron Ryba, Superintendent of Strongsville City Schools.
So good evening, everyone, and I just want to start by saying, Sarah, I loved your last line, right? It's our volunteers, it's not about more time, it's about more heart, and I think tonight embodies so many volunteers and staff that have the heart to give back to our district, our community, and our kids. So once again, a nice round of applause for all of our PTA Achievement Award winners this evening. So I am honored to be speaking with you tonight on behalf of our entire school community. It's with great pleasure that I take this opportunity to express our gratitude and appreciation to all of our PTA volunteers. You know, PTA volunteers play a vital role in our school community. They're the backbone of our school successes, and we are so grateful for all of your selfless service. Without all of the hard work and dedication and commitment, we would not be able to offer, as we've heard tonight, the wide range of programs, activities, and events that our families and students enjoy. To all of the PTA volunteers and honorees who have given their time and energy and talent to make our school a better place, we share with you a heartfelt thank you. Thank you for your countless hours of service, your enthusiasm, and for your unwavering support. You have made a real difference in the lives of our students, and we are so proud of all that you have accomplished. Although I meant every word of the speech I just read to you, I have to tell you, I didn't write it. I used ChatGPT. If you know ChatGPT, it's an artificial intelligence program that uses a language processing software driven by AI technology. I typed in, write a short speech thanking PTA volunteers, and just a few minutes later, the speech I just shared was done. So you may not know it, but we've been using GPT for years. Think about Alexa, think about Siri, think about those emails you write now, and it starts to predict the 3 words that it thinks you want to say next. Those are just earlier forms of that technology. So the point of my comments tonight are not to give you a preview of the future of AI and the impact it will have on our students' school and learning, but to assure you that there are skills that will never expire or be replaced by artificial intelligence. The skills that our PTA volunteers embody and model, as we've heard throughout the speeches and recognitions tonight. So as the world continues to evolve at a rapid pace, your volunteerism and impact as an organization is timeless. As you selflessly model the attributes and skills our students will need to navigate the future ahead of them. So once again, and as GPT suggested that I wrap up this speech, I want to express my sincere thanks to all of our PTA volunteers who have generously volunteered to make our schools and districts the best it could be. Your contributions are truly appreciated, and we are so grateful for your support. Your commitment to our students and our community are an inspiration to us all. Thank you for all you do, and congratulations.
Thanks everybody for coming. That ends our ceremony tonight. And again, could all the recipients come on stage for a quick picture. And again, enjoy the crumble cookies on your way out. Thanks everyone for coming.